So starting off, if you're the melanin type like me, you have the build of Rod Wave, or you have working brain cells, Bella Thorne doesn't qualify for either one. You should know the first red flag is, why are you even going to a restaurant or anything that has to do with the sky? And at that, it's strictly made out of glass. Also, on top of that, it finished 5 months ahead of schedule. You should have just handed over your life at that point. Nothing good ever comes from the sky, like rain, lightning, cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Phantom, chill, it's not a real weather forecast. They see the elevator is crowded and bro insists on letting them on. And red flag number 2, the elevator doesn't even close on the initial attempt and he has to manually shut it. Maybe it's because all those people on the elevator estimate up to Rod Wave's weight. She's OC paranoid while Buddy trying to give fun facts, mentioning the project was finished 5 months ahead of schedule. While she's panicking, this little jackass kid tries to troll everyone by stomping on the glass floor. See, right there, Buddy should have been the first to go for playing like that.
A few moments later,
Iris is looking out the window, or can you even call this a window, fearing for her life, knowing that if the Avengers were to show up and start fighting, this whole thing would be coming down collapsing. I mean, this is the average aftermath of them battling. Hawk is 7'9", 700 pounds and feels the need to chuck your car just to miss. She tries not to bump into people looking like the new freshman trying not to step on a trapper's Balenciagas. One minor scuff on bro's shoes, he got his whole hood containing of walk him down Will and pass me the Drake Bill trying to press you. You got it, bro, I don't want no problems. Stopping in her tracks, looking down, realizing at any moment all these people are gonna be dancing front row at a Pop Smoke concert. Running off, and coincidentally, a shard from the chandelier falls and cracks the glass. Her and Paul go to the very top of the building. Meanwhile, the security guard presses Lil Bro, specifically telling him not to throw the coin off the tower because it could kill someone. Brody calls him a fat ass, not listening to a word he said. Paul ends up proposing to Iris, but she's not feeling it because she was hiding from him that she was pregnant. IG Thoughts writing this down as we speak, going for a young athlete with motion, and hide the fact from him that his pullout game was weak. Nah, they
you about to get a bag. No. You about to get a bag. We about to get a bag. We about to get a bag.
But he ends up being happy, realizing he's gonna get a Paul Jr. and he gets to marry Fonshit. As they're going back down, she sees this Nimrod throw the coin off the tower, causing it to go into an air vent and eventually get stuck in a fan. Lil Bro got no home training. I know my people of color would have got a little smack for not listening like this kid. They go back down while everyone is jamming out on the dance floor. Nigga, this shit can't even hold Baby Chief do it. Bro like 5'2" on his best day, so why would I take my chances even stepping 1 foot on the dance floor? This is the only time where my African mom would have strictly told me not to dance. And whoever was the barber in the 60s gotta serve a life sentence. Look at my man's cut. Bro look like a 2K20 pro, just straight smelling like onions while grinding to hit legend during quarantine. Niggas woke up talking about some I'ma hit legend for Kobe. Kobe didn't tell you to be a Hall of Fame couch sitter. Bro, go be productive. While everybody is dancing, 2 bolts from the support beam pops out, and after I saw this, I knew it was GG's. The coin goes past the fan and hits this tank, and gas starts seeping through the vents. While they're still getting down low, not peeping the glass is breaking, Iris starts getting paranoid, sensing something is about to happen. 2 more bolts pop out, and finally the people with no awareness all fall through the glass. Buddy right here made this shit before falling, and Walter ends up breaking the support beam. Now it's Cloudy with a chance to not die from a nigga falling from the sky, because these two are out here chilling and see a body slam onto the pavement. Look up to see more falling and they're out of there. Back up at the tower, Paul is trying his hardest to not be the next one at a Juice WRLD concert, hanging on by a plate of glass. Iris sees people running and has the nerve to say help, you on your own bro. But Paul doesn't last long with the glass breaking, crushing his skull and falling down. If bro would have somehow survived this, he would have had major CTE. Everybody running for their lives, acting like they just saw EDP take off his shirt. Bro right here gets pushed into this car, hitting a stop drop in row. And chef, you just saw like 50 niggas fall through glass and you still trying to cook some shit up, trying to dodge these people, ending up setting this lady on fire. She forgets to stop, drop, and roll and runs straight by the vent and gets engulfed in flames, causing a big explosion, and Lil Bro has to see his mom get torched. Hold up, why this place kind of remind me of that one Drake album cover, just saying. The elevator operator tells everyone to come down the stairs. Iris gets moved out the way, had others acting like it's a Black Friday sale, and the sole purpose of why this is all happening is pushing people out the way.
Shut your lame ass up, man.
I don't know what it is, but this little nigga just irks my soul. He's one of those kids where you just want to give him a wedgie, bro, just for fun, just for the love of the game. Everybody goes rushing into the stairs and the wall just breaks apart, causing them to fall out. But somehow he doesn't die? Looking back up at Iris and the elevator operator, closing the door saying go to the elevator that the door doesn't close properly. Nah, I'm good. Everyone context, what you just saw was a premonition of what Iris saw in the 60s, and she used that to save everyone. So all of that never really happened. So decades later, Iris is older, paranoid, and pretty much hiding from everything, moving like a 12-year-old when their parents tells them to take a shower. Basically, before going there, Stephanie's aunt and uncle told her Iris became crazy, but Stephanie wants to see Iris because she's been seeing the same premonition that Iris saw repeatedly. Turns out that Death couldn't smoke those people in the 60s. Now he's spinning back, targeting only Iris's bloodline. Quick side note, Death already spun back on the other people that were supposed to die that day. So since Iris died last in the premonition, that's why her bloodline is last. Stephanie pulls up to Iris's house or dungeon because she's walking up the yard and sees all these weapons and shit you do not want to give to a school threat. She gets in the crib and Iris is acting paranoid, acting like she got ops from O Block.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Iris explains how she's been cheating Death for years, while I can't even cheat on my math test just because a bald nigga wants to walk around the class the whole time. They're chatting and oh my gosh, I thought one of them was about to get done bad, but she ends up peeping it and stopping it. Nah, grandma a pro for real. Stephanie is rethinking her decisions of coming here because she doesn't believe Iris and her book on how to stop death. Someone notify me when they release on how to bag any fine shit you want, cause I'ma cop that immediately. Iris figures since she has cancer and she's old, she wants to show Stephanie she's not capping, leaving the crib to give her the book just to get a sign through her mouth getting packed up right in front of her. After the funeral, Stephanie is at home really telling her professor Death is in her family. You think that nigga care? These professors could care less if you got shot. As long as they get paid, they giving you a failing grade. They're having a kickback with them having a good time, and it looks as if Julia was about to choke and get packed up, but there was a bug in her drink. Stephanie is studying the playbook, seeing hints on every death dating back to Final Destination 1 when the plane crashed. Bobby is inches away from getting a mean rake in his foot. Finna be walking around this shit like Captain Hook, while Eric almost grills his face off and starts laughing, and the picture frame breaks, sliding a shard of glass across the floor, giving a hint. She's on the way over there, seeing this danger ahead sign, and it couldn't be more obvious. Your family is cooked. Howard hopping on the trampoline made the fabric rip. As he's about to jump, Darlene, aka Stephanie's mom, stops Uncle Howard before he injures himself, because it seems that she's the only one with working eyes, spotting the rake from where she's sitting, and you buffoons that's standing right there can't see it. I am beyond baffled, bro, and no one even thanks her. Man, let them get packed up for all I care. Ungrateful ass people. Aunt Brenda knocks over this bottle, with it turning on the hose. Steph pulls up and doesn't even bark. Now this situation mad serious. While the hose knocks over the rake, Uncle Howard, seeing Steph, gets ecstatic, getting off the tramp, and Bobby rips through the fabric. But before I even show bro step on the glass, Julia, maybe announce to somebody that you spilled your drink and there's glass in the grass. But this wouldn't happen if bro just had shoes on. Stepping on the glass while the rake starts the lawnmower, trips and falls back to eat straight lawnmower, and he's cooked. He's done. Julia, do not scream. Even though death is hunting y'all, you caused this. So after Howard kicked the bucket in the most unrealistic but dumbest way possible, and I must say, these people must have bread. There's no way they get a headstone that fast. So Steph figures out that since Iris and everyone that lived weren't supposed to, therefore meaning they shouldn't exist. Now the next target is Eric, and is it just me or I do not like Julia's character? Like every scene, it's just her talking and just crying. Like, ho, just shut the hell up. We cut to Eric and he's at his tattoo shop trying to give himself a tattoo to honor his pops. Everything that's supposed to not go wrong ends up going wrong. Like, how do you just get this latched onto your nose? Like, this shit is beyond me. And Mr. Smartass decides it's a good idea to get on the chair to try and take it off his nose. Bro finna be looking like Red Skull in a second, and now his store is catching on fire. Still trying to get the metal out of his nose, the glass breaks. He finally gets it off, but the chain snaps, falling directly onto the fire, and his store just sets on fire. Like, how is any of that even possible? Steph and Charlie are worried if Eric is okay. Well, damn, you almost crashed into buddy. Somehow he didn't burn, and he's like, maybe death isn't coming for our family. And this nigga almost gets put on a t-shirt. Get out the road, nigga. Then he starts thinking he's invincible, but Stephanie is trying to warn him, you're not safe, but he's still trying to troll, thinking shit is funny, also telling him to stay away from these kids. EDP, Dr. Disrespect, and any Twitch streamer that gets a huge following is not taking this advice. Stephanie tells him to stay away from the truck, but niggas like this just don't listen. They will do the opposite of what you tell them to do, because he walks up to go kiss and lick the truck. Now bro finna get the Magic Johnson specialty. Also harassing the garbage truck. What did it do to deserve that? Yeah, not gonna lie, when I tell you I almost walked out the movie theaters when I seen this nigga doing this shit actually had me on hots. Julia talks shit before running off, while Eric tells Stephanie death is not coming for their family. Julia gets head tapped by a soccer ball, 200 pump style, and how does it even have that much power to even send you into a trash can? And she gets put into the garbage truck. They're trying to chase after the truck while Julia is rolling around in YBN Namir's music career, seeing she's about to get crushed. And the driver has no awareness, out here listening to music while he's driving and scrolling on this bootleg Tinder, and doesn't even peep they're trying to get his attention. They finally get bro's attention with him hitting the brakes, but it's too late. Julia gets packed up, getting her head crushed by the compactor, leaving Stephanie with Julia's arm. Put that back, some nigga in Malaysia probably drooling over that meal. So they're regrouping, trying to figure out why Julia was next instead of Eric, since he was supposed to die. Brenda tells them that Eric isn't Howard's biological son. He's trying to figure out who's his real dad, and she's just crying. Bro, just tell him. Bro found out who his real pops was, and that nigga was shocked. Mans was in utter disgust, looking like Flight when he seen Chris Tyson on Mr. Beast's videos. They go on a road trip to find JB Bloodworth, which is the kid that Iris tried to save, and they supposedly went to bro for help and information. He ends up saying if you want to cheat death, you have to die and come back to life. So just go ahead and scratch that off the list. And the second option is to kill someone to take their lifespan. And this nigga Eric thinks about packing up a newborn baby. So with Eric not being part of the bloodline, the next person is Bobby. Bobby. Nah, look how cautious they gotta be just for this nigga not to die. And they have to congratulate him just for getting past the door, cause this is how serious it is. JB Bloodworth specifically tells them if you mess with death and you lose, you're done. Because Bobby and Eric split up trying to kill Bobby and then bring him back to life because he's allergic to peanuts. And tell me why the thing gets stuck in the vending machine and this school threat decides to punch it. Yo, it's never that serious. This reminds me of somebody in my school. Bro broke the vending machine because he didn't get his Rice Krispie treats. He starts trying to tilt the vending machine to get the thing out. And this scene right here, I thought Bobby was about to get packed up, but they end up putting the vending machine back down and the peanut butter cup falls. They go into this room and he shuts the door so hard that this clipboard falls and it starts up the MRI machine. Bro goes to get a wheelchair. So the plan is for Bobby to eat the peanut butter cup and Eric is gonna hit him with the EpiPen. But this is where everything goes wrong because Bobby is literally on the brink of death and he's trying to get the EpiPen now, but the plan isn't gonna work. While the MRI machine is literally going crazy because it absolutely just rips off bro's earrings and then the nose. And bro, don't tell me this guy literally has fucking nipple piercings, bro. While Bobby is still dying, bro really has a piercing in his nuts.
Is this nigga serious?
And the wheelchair hits him with a screen, sending him flying into the MRI machine, absolutely crushing his body. And bro is getting folded how your body is not supposed to fold. And the crazy thing is, he wasn't even supposed to die. He was just trying to help Bobby escape death, which is what you're not supposed to do, which resulted in him getting packed up too. The MRI machine is going so crazy that it's attracting magnets from different rooms. Bobby goes to get the EpiPen and stabs himself with it. Shorty walks in the room, but the MRI machine is still on, causing the spring to fly from the vending machine, and Bobby is done. Straight headshot. Bro got sniped by a bolt action sniper. So after Death caught 2 bodies in 1 drill,
I spent through the creek, I spent in no feast 2 blocks one day, that's me.
Charlie, Stephanie, and Darlene figuring they should go back to Iris's junkyard. And not even 2 seconds without even leaving the residential area, they almost get taken out by this truck. They finally pull up to Iris's crib. Damn, you could have just knocked on the door. Bro just ran through the gate. But she hits the brake so hard, something falls and gets her stuck in the seatbelt, telling them to don't wait for her, to just go inside the crib. I'll meet you there. But as soon as they open the door, this flare goes in the crib and setting off this fire, and the whole house just explodes, also causing the RV to tilt over. And now Stephanie is drowning with her seatbelt being stuck. Charlie is struggling to get out of his situation, and obviously he doesn't bench press at all because he cannot lift this off of him. His mom, that has 3rd-degree burns all over her hands and her face, goes over to help him while Stephanie is fighting for her life, looking like my man's when he tried to impress the husband by going into 10 feet thinking he could swim. Darlene tells Charlie to go save Stephanie, that she'll be okay and then she'll stay alive for as long as she can. Well, this has to go down the top 10 most lying moments because she gets packed up before she can even finish that sentence. Charlie, seeing his mom just get packed out, goes to go help Stephanie, but he's not looking like very much help because this nigga stabs himself with the knife. What type of Looney Tunes injury is this? And Stephanie goes unconscious and everything goes black. But we come back to Stephanie coughing up water, waking up. Even though their whole family kicked the bucket, they're still happy to live, looking like one of these Marvel superheroes, gotta sacrifice everything to save the world, with them 2 walking off with everything in the background burning.
The next day.
Then this lady is buying lemonade and the coin that started all of this falls out of her purse, going all the way to this railroad track and getting stuck between the tracks. Apparently the word around town is Charlie saved Stephanie from death, but this guy explains that technically Stephanie wasn't dead, she was just unconscious, saying that her heart never stopped. And once both of them peeped that Stephanie didn't die, they knew they were cooked, because we see this car from the beginning of the movie. And why is a train even this close to houses? Like, what's going on? Who built this? Flies off the tracks going off course and they hit the dash, but instead of running away from it, why can't you just run away from the path it's going? They're so slow and Stephanie has no coordination, falling to the floor. Like, get up, what are you doing? Charlie better than me, bro went back to help her. Nigga, I would have been out of there myself. They're still standing there, not running. This log cargo train just comes from above and just packs up both of them, ending the movie there. Let me know if y'all boys enjoyed that video. Appreciate you for watching. Like and subscribe, hit that post notification, follow all my socials in the description. Y'all boys have a good day, and I'm out this bit. Yeah.
We go through this shit, man. We not making no noise. Make 10 bands.
my old white dope boys. I stay with a K, but they calling me chopper boy. Man, op nigga striking hand like Floyd. He got hit with some shit and need more than a diaper. Bitch, I'm calling up shiesty, gon' bend on the strike. Man, pass me the Drake, man, it's time to go hoop. Cause good with the drums like he playing for Duke. Man, I see what nigga, I see you. He fighting for his life, yeah, I see.